My grandma put 6.7 million on the line and said, if you visit me this year, you get nothing. My whole family vanished. I kept visiting anyway. And at the will reading, we found out what game she was really playing. My grandmother Margaret spent 30 years building a small chain of boutique hotels and sold them in her 70s for around $7 million. She was sharp, stubborn, and lived alone in a big old house. Long before the money, I, Lena, was the one who visited every Wednesday. I run a small nonprofit helping teens aging out of foster care, and she loved hearing about my kids. But after she sold the hotels, suddenly everyone rediscovered how much they loved Grandma. My Uncle Tom started dropping by on Sundays. My cousin Brianna began visiting monthly. My brother Jake, who used to forget her birthday, now called twice a week. My routine didn't change. I still showed up every Wednesday with cheap pastries and updates about my work. Then came Christmas dinner. After dessert, Grandma stood up, tapped her glass, and said, I've updated my will. For the next year, if you visit me or call me even once, you get nothing from my estate. No contact if you want my money. At first, everyone laughed, waiting for the punchline. It never came. On the way home, the family group chat exploded. This is genius, Brianna wrote. We just stay away. Easiest inheritance we'll ever get, Tom added. Nobody call her? Nobody visit? That night, I called Grandma. You know I'm still coming on Wednesday, right? She sighed. You'll lose everything, sweetheart. I said, I work with kids whose families bailed when life got hard. I'm not doing that to you for cash. There was a pause. Then she said softly, Wednesday, I'll bake that chocolate cake you like. For the next year, nobody else showed up. No calls, no visits, just the occasional, hope you're okay, text that she'd read to me and roll her eyes at. Meanwhile, she came alive. She flew to Portugal, bought a dusty red convertible, joined a painting class and got into petty drama over color choices, joined a book club, and apparently roasted everyone's favorite novels. She even started a TikTok account rating local desserts. Every Wednesday, I'd sit at her table and listen, and she'd say, this is the most peaceful year I've had in decades. No fake visits, just you. When she died peacefully in her sleep at 74, book on her chest, we all ended up in the lawyer's office. Tom, Brianna, Jake, everyone sitting up straight, whispering about how they hadn't contacted her in over a year. We're set, Brianna whispered. The lawyer opened the folder. Ms. Margaret's estate, valued at approximately $6.7 million, will be distributed as follows. $180,000 to Lena to fully fund her master's degree in social work and living expenses during study. The remaining $6.52 million will be donated to organizations serving foster youth, including Lena's nonprofit. The room erupted. We followed the rule, Tom shouted. She said if we visited, we'd get nothing. Everything to charity, Brianna cried. The lawyer handed me a letter and said, Miss Margaret wanted Lena to read this aloud. I unfolded it with shaking hands. To my family who stayed away, it said, I told you that visitors would get nothing. You chose to believe that staying away meant you'd get something. I never promised that. You heard what you wanted to hear. To Lena, you broke my rule because you refused to abandon me. That's the kind of person I trust. The $180,000 is for your degree. The rest goes to the kids you refuse to abandon. You gave me the happiest year of my life. Love, Grandma. My family accused me of manipulation. You only got $180,000. Jake scoffed. I shrugged. I got my education paid for, and $6.5 million went to kids who've never had a safety net. That's winning. They tried to fight the will. They lost. I finished my degree debt-free, and that money has already helped dozens of teens into their first real apartments. One of them texted me a photo of a key in his hand and wrote, got my own place. Thank you. Grandma's rule didn't test greed. It tested who would show up when there was money on the table and who'd still show up when there wasn't.